Hello, hello. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm Stephanie. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my sewing room and welcome to our Friday chat. And I definitely want to start with some sewing, my new dress, but I kind of wanted to share a little behind the scenes. You know, some of you actually watch that have a YouTube channel and you'll relate to this. And some of you do not. And you won't relate to it, but you'll find it interesting because do you actually think at all ever about the behind the scenes of these videos? Listen, it's not like we have some film crew. You know, I actually am using a camera. And that's because I have a camera. Why not? And it's got a microphone. I'm looking at it. And so the first thing that happened when I went to film today is the battery was dead. My husband and I use the same basic camera. We use the same battery. And I think he took mine, my spare, thinking it was his. I had no spare. So I'm calling him like, do you have my spare battery? He's like, I don't think so. He doesn't count. He doesn't count, which means he doesn't know how many batteries. How could you not know how many batteries you have? So I found a charger and I charged it, but then I had to go sit and wait. I was ready to go. Like I figured out what I was going to say, fix my hair and my makeup, put on the dress, I'm ready to go. And I had to sit and wait. So he chatted with me and kept me company. Since it was his fault anyways, I'm pretty sure, because everything is his fault. Okay, so now, behind the scenes, the dress. So we make something called the thumbnail. That's the thing that you see to decide you're going to click on it or not. And so there's just a lot of discussion, you know, about what should be a good thumbnail. And I've been down the road of, you know, what is the right thing to do? What's the smart thing to do? And I just do what I want to do. I just do what I want to do. And so I was thinking about my thumbnail and I had so many ideas on this one. And I still, in this moment, don't know which one's going to go. So I thought I would tell you some of my ideas for this thumbnail and why. And then we'll talk about the dress. Okay. My first thumbnail. And this is probably the one I would use because this feels like me. And I'm not super dramatic in my thumbnails for the most part. I've done a few. But because I had something dramatic to say. You know, but sometimes what I think is dramatic, you don't think is dramatic. Like when I said chaos in the sewing room, you were all expecting to see my messy sewing room. And I was just thinking chaotically. So it didn't translate. It doesn't always translate. So I wanted to say, is this my last summer dress? Or saying goodbye to summer sewing? Because I am getting in the mood to sew for fall. As soon as Labor Day hit, I started thinking about switching my closet over, you know, to more wintry stuff. Although it's still very hot. And while I was waiting, I was sweating. And I was like, well, that'll look good in the video. Who cares? Then I thought, this is one of these tent dresses that I'm always like, ugh. So I thought, I thought I would do like a thumbnail that, does this dress make me look fat? And then when the video came on, I would say, does this dress make me look fat? Is a question I'm not asking myself anymore. I'm only asking myself, does this dress give me joy and happiness? So that was a trick video, a trick thumbnail. So I'm not using that one, but it was a fun thought. And then I wanted to say, TNT, how did it go so wrong? Tried and true, right? Tried and true pattern. I've made this dress twice. And the reason that I wanted to make it again as maybe my last summer dress, because that's the dress I want to wear all the time. I have it in blue and I have it in purple. The purple one I made first and it had the original sleeve. This is the ipanema. It has a super cute sleeve, but for some reason that sleeve was bothering me. Do you ever get like this? That bothers me. So I came home and I just cut it off with some scissors. And then I hemmed it. So it's kind of a loose little sleeve and I absolutely love that sleeve. It's comfortable now. It was kind of just bugging me. So when I made the blue one, I wanted to make the sleeve, but I didn't have enough fabric. So I did the sleeveless. So I didn't even try for the short sleeve. So this one, I also did not have enough fabric. So that's number one thing that went wrong. So if I did the TNT, what went wrong? there was so much that went wrong with this dress. How could that happen when it's a tried and true pattern that I've done many times? Well, 2 times. The other thing that happened is I didn't have enough fabric for the no sleeve version. It just was, I didn't have enough. So one trick that I've kind of discovered, it works for me, is I didn't cut the back on the fold, and I was able to arrange it that way. So I just gave it a little seam allowance, and I put a seam down the back. And that way I was able to get this dress, and I still had plenty of scraps for, bias binding for the sleeves, etc. So for some reason, I just don't feel like this pattern had a binding for a no sleeve option. And maybe I'm just missing it, but I printed twice all the bindings, and none of them seemed to fit the sleeve. So that was like another problem. I didn't really get that right, and I ended up looking at it, and I had to do it twice. But getting ahead of myself, I did the placket first, and I watched lifting pins and needles, and I took my time, and I slowly worked through all the basting, and I was just really enjoy making this placket, and I totally messed it up. I mean, I don't even know how I got so off. So bad. I messed it up so bad that I ended up just kind of just making it work. Do you ever do that? I'm like, it's gotta work. So it's here, it's fine, it looks good. I had to top stitch it to make it work. It's just, it was a mess. Okay, what else went wrong? Oh my goodness. I accidentally sewed the bottom tier at the top tier. So it said first tier, second tier, I don't know. I felt like it said second tier, and I was thinking this was a tier, and then that was the second tier, and then there would be a third tier. No, there's a first tier and a second tier, so I sewed the bottom onto my bodice and serged it and everything. And then I'm like, this is wrong. This is wrong. When I got to the next tier and I was going to put the next tier on, it was just wrong. And I'm like, well, now what do I do? So it was already serged, like it was cut, like it was. So I just cut it off and put the correct tier on. But now I lost something in fitting it to the bodice. It was just not working somehow because I had cut it. Does this make sense? So I ended up taking out my darts and making that the fix, so that it just, I figured out how the bodice sides were going to go, and wherever that dart fit, that's where the dart went. And it's fine now. Okay, so that's that. What else went wrong? Anything else? Well, I said the sleeves. I had to redo one of them because it was wonky. Because I don't know. I still don't know if I did it right. And then I put on the dress, and I kind of remembered this happening with the blue one. Am I yelling? I remembered this happening with the blue one as I looked in the mirror, and it was too floppy right here. So I took it in just a little, and I'm like, stop what you're doing and go fix that pattern piece so you won't go through this again. So I went and fixed my pattern piece to match this, which, oh, it looks so much better. It was just floppy right here, and it didn't look good. So I love this dress. I love it. It makes me happy. All the fun little detours I had to take were worth it. I didn't really care because I was in the moment. I'm just like, this is going to work. I really love this fabric. It's so pretty, and so, I just love this dress. I know I'm going to wear it a lot. I wear the blue one and the purple one. They're comfortable. And you know what's funny is I feel like a tent dress was never my thing. I guess I did always think they make me look fat. So when I'm wearing this big voluminous dress and I get compliments, I'm like, well, it's pretty fabric. Maybe they're complimenting the fabric, or it's a pretty pattern. But you know what? It's a pretty dress, and I'm just going to leave it at that. It makes me happy. It gives me joy. So, ipanema, 2 thumbs up. And is this my last summer dress? Probably, because I'm starting to feel that fall itch. Do you get that? I really do love fall and winter clothing. Got lots of layers. They're cozy. You want to be warm, but it's hard to get in that vibe. It's hard to get in that mood when it's super hot outside, right? But I know that it's going to change, and I'll only wear this dress a few times, and then it's going to get put away for summer, next summer. And I bought this fabric this year for spring to make this, and I bought others that I didn't sew as well. So I could make another ipanema dress, or I could just let it go and start over next year with maybe something new that I find that's different. So I'm gonna say farewell to summer sewing is probably true. So that should be the thumbnail I will use. But which thumbnail would you like to see me use? Like, it's too late. By the time you've seen this, I've already picked a thumbnail and went with it. But now that you know that there's these choices you have to make, and honestly, it does help to know what your thumbnail's gonna look like before you make your video, so that it does go together. It should go together. And so that was kind of just a little behind the scenes for you. So I love the ipanema dress. Oh, one last thing. I did not put pockets in this version because I'm finding that it just slims the dress a little and makes it a little more drapey. And I'm kind of like, I got so pocket crazy for a while there that there wasn't anything I made that didn't have pockets. And now I'm like, the pockets, I don't like walk around with my hands in my pockets. I don't. And so it's just an extra little bulk right there. And sometimes they're in an odd place, and kind of wishing I didn't put, I've actually taken a couple of pockets and just like, go buy pockets. So I didn't put pockets in this one, and I don't care. That's fine. Maybe I'm through with the pocket craze. As far as fall sewing goes, I do have quite a bit of fabric that I bought. Maybe it wasn't even seasonal. It's just could go all year. Some of it, I have a bunch of knits, and I really want to do some knits. And I've seen a few things online to some of the fabric stores that I get emails from. I love signing up for the emails for any fabric store that I love getting their emails because I forget about who they are. And so if you haven't done that, it's kind of nice. You just go through your emails and you get all these really great come-ons for fabric stores to go look and see what they have. And they're all putting out fall stuff right now. So fall and winter. So that's it's time. So I don't know. I think I need to assess. It's after Labor Day. It's time to switch my closet over. I absolutely love that ritual. It's kind of a lot of work, but I love that ritual where I reset my closet. Do you do that? Anybody? Am I the only one? I reset my closet. So I have a video on this, I believe. I have a video on my glamped up closet. It's a crazy little room that just happened to be a closet. It's like, I live in an old house, we'll call it charming. And it has some odd spaces. This room has a bunch of odd spaces. And the closet downstairs was actually a cellar. And so it's a bit too big for a closet, too small for a room. And so I end up with a super huge closet, bigger than a walk-in closet. Like, it's big. And so I actually hubby put up 2 long bars, and I put winter in the back and summer in the front. And then when summer's over, I put the summer in the back and winter in the front. And then if I have a hot day, I can still reach through and grab something. Before, I used to put it in another closet, put it away. So I love this version, but I only have what I'll wear after Labor Day. I only put what I'll wear in fall and winter, and some of it goes year round. You know, you've got some things that leggings, they just go year round. T-shirts, they just go year round. But like jackets and heavy sweaters, that I won't wear that in the summer, so that gets put in the back. And then, like, you know, tank tops and summer dresses and light summery colors, I put those in the back when it's winter. Did you really want to know that? That was not planned, not on my list, but things just pop out sometimes. And Labor Day, that's the first thing I think about was Labor Day. Do you remember when they said, don't wear white shoes after Labor Day? I never understood that. Who cares? And besides, as soon as you have a rule, I want to break it. And yet, I kind of do follow the rules. So I don't know. What can you say? So that's that for sewing. I'm really reassessing what's next, and I do have to get my Project Dresser Girl done, and I'm really excited. I picked out my pattern and I know what I'm going to do. I've ordered my labels, and for those of you who answered my plea for stories, I'm definitely going to share your stories in my video when it comes out. I don't remember the date, but you'll see, and I'm excited about it. I'm very excited about it. I looked over the rules. I didn't even look into it before I mentioned it to you guys. Of course I was going to figure that out. And what to say. You know, before you do the video, you definitely want to know what the whole scoop is. And I'm looking forward to just seeing what everybody does. And I'll share more about what everybody said in my video. I don't want to ruin it. So that's a project I'll be working on. And I have some traveling to do this month. It's September. And we've been waiting and waiting and waiting for little Miss Mina to show up. My great-granddaughter was born night before last. She really gave Mama a hard time. If any of you have been over past your due date, you know exactly how Mama was feeling. Oh my gosh, I had that happen to me with my middle child, my daughter. She didn't want to come out. So we induced, and that happened to my granddaughter. I know she didn't want that. Nobody does, but the baby's here, and I can't wait to see her. So I have a trip planned to go see her. It was already planned, and we became Elks just to make this trip. So we have a place to put our camper, and that was really fun, you guys. We went through the whole ceremony, and we are Elks. My husband also does the Lions Club, so he said, well, I'm a lion and I'm an elk, but I'm not a moose. I'm like, well, maybe we should join that too. No, we don't have a moose in our town, but we do have an Elks, and we are now Elks, and we're going to stay at the Elks when we go to see the baby get baptized. And oh, I can't wait to squeeze her and hold her. Can't wait. Just can't wait. And the little toddlers, her brother and sister, they just look so happy. They're cute. And my son and my daughter-in-law are like the happiest grandparents you'll ever meet. Really, they just love it. And I love that they love it. I love watching them be grandparents. It's so fun. So I'm really looking forward to that. And that's kind of all I have on my plate. It's super hot, trying to keep my flowers still alive, and they're doing great. Can you see them? Oh, you can't. Well, we definitely are watering a lot right now. It's so dry here. So dry. But hope you're having a great weekend. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my channel. I so appreciate it. I love visiting with you in the comments, so leave me a comment. And if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button. That helps me, so thank you for that. And I will see you next time. Bye now.